What was the question that you were looking for an answer? Or were there no question but just a seeking?
There were actually, the main question that I always remember having had to do with death. Because I saw people dying, or dead people. And I remember this actually. I was in the funeral and I would just be thinking, I'd be looking at the dead body and I'd just be thinking, like, where is that life that was keeping this body going? I could see that this body was going to rot. It was going into earth and it was not going to be anymore. What about that life that was in this body? Like that person that I knew who was in this body. I could see it's just a body now. What about that person that I know? Where's that person? So I'll just be like in deep thought and contemplation and seeing all the people crying. And I'm like, what are they really crying about? Like, are they crying because of themselves? Like because of how they feel now that that person is not in their lives anymore? Or are they crying because they feel something? That I was just so many questions in my mind. So I'll just be staring like that. And some people like my aunt or some other people like that, they had this idea about me that I'm totally insensitive and I'm heartless because I'd be standing there and watching and not crying. Sometimes I'd cry if I would see some people really in pain, like their pain because of that person dying was such that it touched me and it made me cry. But I could not cry because that person had died, because in my mind I'm like, I don't grasp it. I don't know what's happened. But I could feel that person who was alive, I could feel that person's pain. So that would touch me and would make me cry sometimes.
Would you ask these questions to anyone around? Like, where did that person go? To any of the adults around you?
No, because I could see that they know nothing. And I could see very early that initially I would ask many questions. Like I would read and I would also like see how to apply whatever I was reading in the reality around me. And how much do these people know? Like I said, I would spend most of my time with adults or alone. And I realized that they know nothing. They just pretend that they know, especially with younger kids. And like I saw that they lived their lives just like a procedure that is set, without questioning anything, without, you grow up, you have to work, you have to get married, you have to raise your kids, and that's it, like, or whatever was told to them. Because until 1991, the year when I was born, Albania was a communist country for like 50 years, and we were officially atheists also.
Officially, okay.
Officially atheist. So religion was.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Officially atheist meaning?
Religion was illegal if you were found doing anything, worshiping any god or doing any ritual or anything. You would either go to jail or you would be killed.
Okay.
So all the churches, all the mosques, everything was burned down, was closed, and so faith was not allowed. The only thing was the dictator.
He was the religion.
Party. Yep. So my parents' generation and the generation before them, they were very mind closed. They had a lot of fear in them, not to question the authority. Just being alive was everything because of how they were brought up. So I could see that I could not find a lot by asking them anything. I had tried, but nothing. So I didn't even bother anymore. And yeah.
Yeah.
That was the main topic I would inquire about, like what is death? But that was hand by hand with what is life. Like I could see that I'm here. This is called life. And I could see that this has an expiration date also, which I have no idea when it's going to be. So for me, it was always like, what is this? What is this? And unless I know that, unless I know the end, I cannot know this. So I was always pondering about death and life like this. The biology interested me a lot also because somehow it explained life. But then it's